my futures yet, but deep down, I don't think I belong in this sport anymore because of the whole experience I had. I don't think I have a place in this sport anymore. I'm an athlete that got tested a lot. If I'm at World Championship, I get tested before, after. I'm at the Olympic. What affect me in the Olympic final, I got tested the night before the finals. Blood and urine, and I was just really weak. I'm an athlete that get tested a lot, so like me doing something like that would be nonsense. Not to know my right from my wrong, and what I'm taking or not. So I've never avoided a drugs test. Never. I think I've been through.
I can drop a world lead, I don't even like running. You gotta run fast just to go and get some money. I'm Noah Lies K, you know how I'm coming. I ain't going to no Olympics, I ain't running, I ain't jumping. I can make 100,000 at the crib being funny.
In a sport filled with whispers, cover-ups, and quiet bans, sometimes the truth is too loud to ignore. Jamaican sprinter Christopher Taylor didn't just miss a drug test, he ran from it, literally, and jumped on a plane. And no, this is not a metaphor. This is the real story of how one of Jamaica's top athletes evaded testers for over 4 hours and how the system almost was ready to protect him until the AIU showed up. On November 16, 2022, Athletics Integrity Unit agents, as opposed to Jamaica's JADCO, arrived at Christopher Taylor's house around 5:50 a.m. for an out-of-competition urine test based on his provided whereabouts. Christopher Taylor answered the door, but he said he couldn't provide a sample immediately because he was preparing to leave for an 8 a.m. flight. He was in the process of updating his whereabouts, he claimed, and he believed that refusing testing would then only count as a missed test and not a violation. Rather than wait indefinitely or formally claiming refusal, Taylor stalled. He allowed officials to accompany him to Norman Manley International Airport, believing he could still board and it would be counted as a minor missed test. Instead, he spent over an hour at home and then climbed aboard his flight without ever submitting a sample, while testers trailed him but never completed the collection. WADA's rules distinguish between a simple missed test and evasion under Article 2.3, evading, refusing, and failing to submit a sample. If the athlete was expected to cooperate and arranged logistics were then ignored, that triggers a direct violation with mandatory sanction unless proven unintentional. The AIU ruled that Taylor's actions constituted an evasion and not just a missed test.
I am so-and-so from so-and-so. I am here to test you. Having made contact, I see you, you see me. I tell you why I'm here. If for any reason you decide not to give a sample following that, then that counts or can count as evasion or failing to submit to
which
sample
is what happened
collection,
in this case.
Which is what has happened in this Christopher Taylor case.
Yes.
Minimum sentence, 2 years. Maximum sentence, 4 years.
I put this question, Ricardo, to Dr. Paul Wright yesterday, and I'm at a loss as to understanding Christopher Taylor's mindset at the airport. If he knows the rules, why would he feel that it was okay to go on that flight without giving a sample? Because if he knows the rules, he would be stupid to do that. That's really what I'm saying.
An AIU investigation swiftly followed. On January 10th, 2023, Taylor received a notice of investigation. He accepted a provisional suspension starting January 19, 2023, and on June 1st, he formally admitted to the anti-doping rule violation via case resolution agreement under WADA's Rule 10.8.2 ADR. The sanction, a 30-month ban, 2.5 years, backdated to the violation date from November 16, 2022 to May 15, 2025, Results between November 16, 2022 and January 19, 2023 were disqualified, including any medals or prize money. Taylor's ban wasn't a local JADCO's cover-up. JADCO has a history of leniency with high-profile cases, but the AIU plays by global standards, not national pressures. Taylor's case reveals how elite athletes might exploit procedural gray areas, stalling because of a flight, and think they can skate by on a missed test, but oversight bodies like the AIU don't accept that logic when formal testing attempts turn into evasion. Taylor voiced deep frustration, saying in interviews he believed that failure to provide the sample then would only count as a single missed test, and he felt he never cheated. He even questioned whether he still belonged in the sport after the ordeal. But then it posed the question, whether he felt he cheated or not. Within a 4-hour span, why didn't he take the initiative to simply provide the sample so the testers could leave and he could proceed about his day with no fault, no consequences? But on May 24th, 2025, he returned to competition, clocking a 45.66 to win a 400-meter heat at the Jamaican World Championship preparatory meet. Shortly after his ban expired on May 15th, 2025, he is now eligible to compete at major meets again. Christopher Taylor's case is a stark reminder. Anti-doping protocols are not suggestions, they are rules. Delay, misinterpretation, or flight plans does not excuse failure. And while national bodies may sometimes protect their top athletes, global agencies like the AIU are watching and enforcing. Taylor's legacy isn't about medals lost, it's about running out of time. From the front door of his home to the gate of the aircraft, he didn't just skip a race, he fled accountability.
World champion of what? World champion of what? I can drop a world lead, I don't even like running. You gotta run fast just to go and get some money. I'm Noah Lies K, you know how I'm coming. I ain't going to no Olympics, I ain't running, I ain't jumping. I can make 100,000 at the crib being funny.